That first week after I had said, okay, God, I will be hands and feet, I set out on a course to kind of do God's work for him. I had in my mind that perhaps somebody at my church was praying in a food pantry and I was going to just help them set it up. So I got in on the schedule and I got into the office and talked with one of the pastors and told him about the ministry that I felt like God was bringing to me, this food pantry, this food cupboard thing. And he very sweetly said, well, we'll pray with you, Lynn, with that, but no, I don't think that we're looking to start a food pantry in the church. So on his recommendation, I reached out to a couple of other grassroots ministries to find out how they got started, how they knew if in fact it was a God thing or whether it was their own, good idea and project. And as I was reaching out, I was astonished. One of the other ministries offered to pay 50% of our incorporation fees. Now this came out of nowhere, and that was probably the first time that I really took it seriously and that God was not messing around, that he truly had some plans for this cupboard thing. So I obediently just kept on being the hands and feet and taking each day and each step. Well, one night that week, because one thing that was missing was a name. One night that week, I had a dream, and God brought back to me almost like a rolling movie picture of an event that had happened in my own life. Back when I was in my 20s, I was a young mom. I was in an abusive marriage. Somebody lovingly brought me groceries to my house, and it turned out to it's a long story, but it turned out to be my father-in-law. I later married his son, and people would call him Papa, and Papa would take groceries to people out of a pantry that he had off the side of his kitchen, that he bought each and every can and box that he distributed. And so when he brought that to me, he overwhelmed me with graciousness, bag after bag, the brown paper sacks that were just loaded full of perishables and non-perishables. And at the end of all of that, I remember saying to him, I can't repay you. I might have to run in the night if my abusive husband finds me. And he's like, don't worry about that. You'll do this for somebody else one day. And I thought, okay, I could take you up on that. I could do that. And so it was at that point, everybody called him Papa. And so in the middle of the night, that dream, when it kind of rolled back, I remember waking up my husband with just tears coming down my face, going, honey, God has just named this cupboard thing, and it's Papa's Pantry.